Thank you for joining 0 to 60 Crypto, where we help you get up to speed on your cryptocurrency knowledge. Today, we have a couple guests. We are going to show them how to do liquidity staking to earn passive income. But first, that's a little high speed. We got to get up to speed. What you got to do is you got to start with getting some money on Coinbase. If you don't have a Coinbase account or want to know how to do a Coinbase account, check out my video where we showed our friend how to create a Coinbase account. You can follow those steps. It's really simple there, so we can help you out. And once you have the money on Coinbase, you can then move your assets around. And we're going to demonstrate today moving assets from Coinbase to another exchange where we can get a cryptocurrency that is not on Coinbase. And I can show you guys how to use that cryptocurrency to earn passive income. Now, I'm going to be using Zilliqa as a cryptocurrency because the transaction fees are super cheap. For my own personal passive income, I use Ethereum because there is a lot higher quality products on Ethereum, but not everybody has the money for the transaction fees. And I will also demonstrate how much a transaction fee is, so you guys can see that, it's not very cheap. But if you get, I'd say at least $1,000 to be able to play with liquidity mining on Ethereum, then you can use the same actions that we use with Zilliqa. They will translate over to Ethereum. It's like riding a bike. So you'll be able to use this video and use the same methods on the Ethereum network. But because we have a video for beginners here, we are going to start with small transaction fees. And that way anybody can start, no matter where they are in terms of their cryptocurrency journey. So welcome guys. Now I've got an asset called Polkadot. I'm going to go ahead and showcase on my Coinbase account. This account I don't store a lot of money on because I don't like exchanges. I like decentralized finance, which is what I'm going to show you guys about. Now, I have a little bit of Polkadot. I want to send this Polkadot to an exchange called Kucoin. You can create an account on Kucoin. I have a link in the video description where you can sign up incredibly easy. So, to be able to send assets to Kucoin, what's going on?
Yo, what's up?
Hey. We are showing these rad people how to move money from Coinbase to Kucoin. And then I'm going to show them how they would move assets from Kucoin to a decentralized wallet. And we're going to do some liquidity mining. And as the big Eastie actually has done Ethereum mining. So we're going to pick our brain on that. Glad to have you in the group. All right, so
I may be popping in and out. I'll just interject just because I am on my way out the door. I just wanted to pop in and say hi. So I'm so sorry. I totally didn't realize that this was conflicting with a prior engagement.
It's all good. We're happy to have you anyway. All right, so since I'm going to be moving DOT, if you guys notice, I put in a different cryptocurrency. If I try to copy this address and I try to send my DOT, I just copy and paste, it's going to tell me, hey, no, this is invalid. That's what you kind of pay for with a centralized exchange. Those safety rails will protect you a little bit. And that's why I say send a little bit before you send all of it. But I'm going to use dot. I like Polkadot, and dot is what I'm sending, and dot is what I want to get on my other wallet. So I'm going to copy and paste my receiving address. Okay, it's copied. I can even do it manually. I copy that, and then I'm now going to put it in my send to wallet. Interesting. So this is the Polkadot wallet. This address should work. All right, make sure there's no spaces and it will work. Now, let's say I want to send $100 worth of dot. You should really start with a small amount. Let's say I'm going to send $10 worth of dot. Start with a small amount, because then if the transaction doesn't work, you're not going to lose all of your cryptocurrency. However, if you send a little amount, if you lose it, that's fine. There's no crying there. So we hit send, and I don't know what's going on. It's not letting me. I'm going to try it with this way. I'm going to send $10 worth of dot. Okay. I'm going to hit, oh, the minimum amount I can send is at least one dot. So that's why it wasn't working. So I'm going to send the minimum. That's about like $33. Depending on where you are in the world, that might hurt if you lose that. But I'm going to send that. It's a good idea to have two-factor authentication on. I use Google Authenticator, because if you do a text message authentication, then someone can just steal your phone number and get a text message to reset your password on an exchange and steal your funds. So I use Google Authenticator because it generates a 6-digit password every so often. Now this is, and what I just entered isn't going to be the same after 60 seconds. It refreshes and turns into a different code later. So I just sent some dot to Kucoin. If it made it successfully, then I would send the rest of my Kucoin there, because I know that the process works. I would just repeat the process. You can take your assets and hit spot trading. And let's say I want Zilliqa. I would then just type in, I would search for it. And it looks like I can trade for Zill with either Ethereum, USD, or Bitcoin. I'm sending dot over here. So, I would need to trade dot. I could trade dot for Bitcoin. And then I could trade that Bitcoin for Zilliqa. Once you have that, you would go to your assets, and I want to hold on to my dot. I really love dot. I already have Zilliqa, but I'm just showing you guys what you would do. I use this wallet. ZillPay. I use that for Zilliqa. So if I would hit withdraw, Same way on Coinbase. You would find out what you want to send. Let's say I traded for Zilliqa. I would just send it to a wallet address. With ZillPay, I would copy my address and paste it, put whatever amount I wanted to send, and then I have it there. So now I have Zilliqa. With Zilliqa, you can stake it to help secure the network, and you can earn 15% passive income. It earns 15% of the cryptocurrency. So basically, if it stays the same and you stake $100, at the end of the year, you're going to have $115. That's if the currency is stable. Always remember never to invest more than you can afford to lose, because the currency can go to zero. Say if you get into a scam token, it's not going to matter how high your APR is, because if it's zero, it's worthless. But I have like 10,000 still staked. I get 13.35%. When I started, it was 2 cents a token. It's now around 9 cents. So it's worth a good bit more. And I staked some rewards. I've earned 8 Zilliqa since I've staked it. So that's one way you can earn income. Another way is what's called liquidity mining. You can do this on most blockchains. So if I go to Uniswap, this is a Ethereum-based exchange where there's no company. It's not like Coinbase. Coinbase has a CEO. Coinbase is a publicly traded stock. So you have to connect the wallet. So I'm connecting my MetaMask wallet. And let's say I wanted to claim some passive income that I've received. I would hit collect fees, and then it would show up. And this transaction fee is the problem with Ethereum. I need to pay $38 to pull out 7. Now, what's the math on that, Lenny?
Not the biggest issue.
Yeah, it's not very good.
No, it's not.
$31.
That's not good at all. And
Seriously, I have like $40 worth of USDC in MetaMask, and it would cost me like 94 to get it out. I'm like, what's the point of that?
I don't know what gas fees were when you were doing that, but I've never seen them even that high. The other morning it was $10. So I'd be happy to donate some Ethereum your way so we can free up that USDC.
Guys, good morning. Well, I guess it's still morning here.
All right. But yeah, let's say $100. I want to pull that out. If I pull $100 worth of passive income out, $52. I'm losing half my money, but I'm still making money. I'm still making passive income, which is the beauty of, decentralized finance and cryptocurrency. Now, you may say, why do people still use Ethereum? Because Ethereum's been around so long that everybody's building on Ethereum. Even Nike is building on Ethereum. So there's a solution. Ethereum 2.0 is coming out in December. It should be by the end of the year. And transaction fees are gonna plummet down to 0. there's this old saying, you should be greedy when others are fearful and be fearful when others are greedy. Right now, a lot of people are fearful that Ethereum's transaction fees are going to make it unusable and the solution's never going to come about. So you can get Ethereum while it's cheap, because once those fees go down and then Nike releases their digital shoe locker and you get all these other NFT art options, that you get concert tickets that can't be scalped because they're on a blockchain and you can see how much the person selling you the ticket got for it. So many solutions are going to come about on Ethereum, but right now it's good to just practice your and learn different ways to get passive income so that you can participate until you got, a bunch of money you can throw in and start earning passive income. So they say, Joe, how do you do that? One way is purchasing Zilliqa by sending a cryptocurrency to Kucoin. Zilliqa is a competitor. You can do pretty much most of the things you can do on Ethereum on Zilliqa, with the exceptions of the decentralized applications they have it on Ethereum. Ethereum's got all the fun games. They've got little like Pokemon type monsters, the Avagachi monsters. Ethereum's got art. It's got decentralized exchanges. Zilliqa has a fraction of that, but you can learn the behaviors you're going to need on Ethereum when the transaction fees go down on Zilliqa. So I really like using it as a learning tool. So once you get some crypto and you send to your address, remember I set up my ZillPay wallet, and we're going to walk Melina through exactly this as well. I'm going to send it to my wallet. I need to remember, because transaction fees on Zilliqa, you always need at least 60 Zilliqa. Let's say if I wanted to claim my staking rewards, I'm going to show you. Let's say if I want to claim it, it's a fee of 60 Zil right there.
Is it always 60 to claim?
It's less, but you need to have 60 to get the transaction wheel started. It's usually around like 5 to 20 Zilliqa, but at 8 cent a token, 20 times 8, it's a couple dollars versus $50. I can play with that.
Yeah.
I'm going to reject this because I do not want to move my rewards out, because it's gaining APR. It's also earning what's called GZIL. I can go into that later, but like Uniswap on Ethereum, you've got a pool. Okay, I've got some GZIL and I've got some Zilliqa. I could buy it. Let's say I want to swap. If I want the GZIL, I could sell my almost 400 ZIL for a little over a quarter of the GZIL. I could swap it. I could trade it back and forth. And you got these really nice like financial charts to where I could try to leverage it, and I could day trade if I wanted to, send it back to Kucoin and try to convert it to, Bitcoin, Ethereum, or US dollar coin and make some money. That's hard to do because day trading in crypto, only 5% of people actually succeed in that. But I don't want to day trade. I want to do a pool. I want to take advantage of people trading back and forth because there's a transaction fee. Like there's an estimated fee. People in a pool share that fee. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put 75% of my ZIL I'm gonna put around 335. So I still have 60 ZIL left to claim rewards. Okay, and then I'm gonna have to deposit some of my GZIL to be in there. I'm gonna unlock it. And it's only 10 ZIL, that's not bad. But since I'm gonna have to pay fees to get it in there, I'm gonna do a little bit less. Because I'll always want 60 ZIL. And if I'm paying 10 ZIL for a transaction, 10 ZIL times 8 cent, that's 80 cent, okay? That's a lot cheaper than Ethereum. So I've submitted that. And it looks like the transaction was confirmed. And by using this, the swapping thing, you actually earn the ZIL swap token. So I've earned about $37 just by using it. It's pretty cool. They gave me that for just using their platform. So okay, transaction confirmed. It looks like I'm in, but it's taken a little while to show up. Let's say, you know, I don't know much about this ZIL swap. I've earned it. They gave it to me for free. I'm going to go ahead and, you know, trade it off. I'm going to go ahead and click that. I'm going to trade it. I've gotten airdrops and free crypto before, and I've sold it for Ethereum. So I get this crypto, and now I can add more liquidity if I wanted to. All right, so stuff's still a little bit slow to show up. So I'm going to view on the blockchain here. Looks like it was completed 2 minutes ago. Okay. This is my address. And I can see my transaction fees. Like I paid 11 ZIL for a fee to add that liquidity, but to swap in between, I paid less than 1 ZIL. So I paid a 7-cent transaction fee. If I wanted to do that on Ethereum with Uniswap, like it's really, really expensive. Let's say I wanted to trade Ethereum for Loopring. There's rumors that Loopring may have a partnership with GameStop. So I want to buy the rumor so I can sell the news when the price goes up. Let's say I want to trade 01 Ethereum, get $28 worth of Loopring. If I swap it, let's see how much this gas fee is. So just to trade, it would cost me $22 in a transaction fee. That's not worth it. Like, it's not a good deal. So let me find where I was on this little swap. All right, I added liquidity. So you can find different pools to join. And it looks like these ZWAP, the ZIL swap token and Zilliqa, you get an annual percentage rate of 43.8% return. That's not too shabby. You can just browse through these rewards. Now, with these tokens, I would be really careful. Make sure that you do your research before you join into them. I know GZIL is basically a token where you have one whole token, you have a vote on the direction that Zilliqa goes. Zilliqa has terrible marketing. So if they ever have a vote where it's like, hey, we want to do more marketing to increase awareness about the project, I will vote for that. But if I have 0.5 GZIL, I have half a vote. And then Zilliqa is what's called a utility token. It's what you pay for with fees and to secure the network so you can stake it. But yeah, that's it. Now I only have a small balance, but if I go back to the pool, I'll see if my thing showed up yet. Sometimes it takes a little while to show. And yeah, I'll be earning fees from that, and I'll be getting a little bit of passive income. Questions?
I have 1,000 questions.
Yes, sir.
But I have a lot of basic questions. I've been writing them down. So let me get it organized. But I have a lot of questions though.
Okay. While you get it organized, I'm going to help walk Melina through doing what she wants with her ZIL, whether it's staking on the Zilliqa network or doing liquidity pool mining. Which would you rather do?
I think I want to start with some staking because I've never done that. That's a skill that I don't have yet. So I'm just opening up my Kucoin so that I can send my ZIL from my main Kucoin account over to my ZilPay wallet.
Okay, awesome.
Okay. And I'm talking on my cell phone, so okay. So let me open up my ZIL wallet.
What's the definition of staking? What does that mean exactly, staking?
Yeah, so it's staking is basically putting a claim and you're staking your worth, your assets to secure the network. See, the best way to explain it is I can use my computer power to process transactions, but without a proof of stake in the project where, a proof of ownership where I'm invested in the project and I have a financial risk in it. I could say I'm going to contribute my computer network and then I could sabotage it. But if I have a lot at stake, so if I have a fair amount of tokens and a lot of dollars worth of assets that are at stake, I'm going to use those to process more transactions. So you can use your computer network, but without like having assets, there's not going to be traffic coming your way that you can process in terms of like transaction fees. So the more you have at stake, the more you have at risk, the more transactions you can process and the more fees you can earn by processing those transactions. I do not have a supercomputer, so I do not run that, but I offer my assets and I put them at stake with someone that has a computer asset like a pool, and basically these have this amount of Zilliqa at stake. If Zilliqa is worth 10 cents, we would basically look at that as $12 million at stake. So that's without them staking their assets, they wouldn't be able to earn rewards because you have to have a minimum amount staked to be able to run transactions. Like this group, Zilliqa's averaging around 10 cent this month. They've got $1,200 staked worth of ZIL. That's not enough to be able to process transactions. So they're not running any rewards right now. There's no incentive to be on that network. But because they've got a lot of money at stake with these other ones, they are able to process the transactions and earn those rewards.
Okay, so basically staking, it provides you with the ability to trade, and also it provides you with the ability to receive rewards.
So it provides other people with
Sort
the
of,
ability to trade and just do things on the network, confirm transactions, make it secure so it's not hackable. But liquidity staking, say if I want to stake my assets in a liquidity pool and like ZilSwap, that's a different type of staking. And that would do exactly what you said, provide you and others with the ability to trade back and forth. And the rewards are a lot better because your risk is higher. That's why your APR is higher than 15%, because one side of the trade can go to zero, and then if you're the last person out of the pool, there's not going to be enough towels to dry you off there. You're going to be left holding all the bags. Good question.
All right, so I've got my ZilPay, and it's connected to stake.zilliqa.com, my dashboard, and I'm about ready to send it from my Kucoin to my ZilPay wallet.
Awesome.
So I'm just going to go ahead and I already confirmed my wallet address as correct. The network is ZIL, the amount that I'm sending, and I can go ahead and confirm.
All right, cool. Let's do this.
All right, confirm the withdrawal. And send my code to verify, please. All right. And I'm sorry we're not recording this.
Oh, it's all good.
Okay.
No, we're
not sure how long it's going to take to get there.
with ZIL, it's usually less than a minute. It's not too bad.
Okay. So we're going to go ahead and reload Zilliqa and see. And I sign in as a delegator, correct? To Zillion?
Yes.
Okay. Connect with ZilPay. I'm with my wallet.
Yeah, because you're delegating the responsibility of your funds and control over to the pool.
Okay. Okay. Deposit and withdrawal history. I just want to go ahead and click on that. I click on the view transaction in order to let's see, to just check and make sure that it was confirmed, correct?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Talking about my LTC. Let's see. That was done on the 17th. Today's the 25th. Hasn't shown up yet, but we'll just be patient. You can talk about whatever else you want to talk about while I'm waiting for this to show up. I
Or
remember was it last week that you transferred me over some Zill? It seriously took like half an hour or longer for it to actually show up.
yeah, and that's because KuCoin requires you to have at least 500 Zil to move off the exchange, and KuCoin reviews the asset first and then puts it in your wallet. So you're
Make sure there's nothing shady going on.
yeah, there's too many hands on the pot to make that go smooth and quick.
Yeah, I actually had another question.
Yeah, and Harrison, you can buy Zilliqa
so-
you just
Oh, I'm
can't.
sorry.
You can actually buy Zilliqa on Uphold. You just can't send it.
Yeah, the thing about Uphold is just weird. I don't know. I think they mentioned how like it's too strict on how much they charge you on transactions. Because the thing is, I know the reason why I went to Uphold was because I own a little bit of XRP, and none of XRP isn't supported by most of these what is it companies. I'm not
Yeah.
too sure. Like
You're right.
they don't support it. I just yeah.
Yeah, that's
So
because
I don't know how else.
whole settlement, the court case, everybody's super fearful of XRP going down to zero. But yeah, I can understand that. You can actually trade XRP on KuCoin too.
Mm.
So that's why I say go to the chat and get that link with Coinbase, send crypto to KuCoin, trade on KuCoin, and then you can do what you want from KuCoin. KuCoin is a foreign exchange, and it doesn't ask for your identity check or anything, so it's super easy to create an account.
What was the coin you just mentioned?
Ripple XRP. Say like I put XRP and Ethereum. You can trade Ethereum for XRP on KuCoin.
What would the
I don't think it's XRP 3L, right?
XRP what?
XRP 3L. I'm seeing several XRPs here.
Yeah,
On
I don't,
here. I'm just taking a look.
it could be a poop coin that's made to market off the name of Ripple.
Yeah.
So I would be really hesitant.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just saying that's an assumption. I could just be not being fair to that project. It could be a legitimate project, but I'm highly skeptical. Great call out.
What would the transaction be? Like, what would the fees be if you wanted to trade XRP to like maybe Bitcoin?
Yeah. So with KuCoin, I can't remember what the exact transaction fee is. I do a lot of my stuff off exchange, but you know, you can do a market order and they'll like, I think KuCoin's usually it's probably less than 10%. It's probably like a 1 to 4% fee.
That's not bad.
No, it's not terrible.
No, I like KuCoin for that reason. It doesn't cost a whole lot to change things around. Like I put money into Coinbase, because that's my usual ramp, changed it into Litecoin, sent it over to Kucoin, and changed it back out of Litecoin. And instead of costing an arm and a leg, it only cost me like $20, I think, altogether.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, and those fees are going to go towards those safety rails. Like if you put in an invalid address, it'll say, whoa, slow down. And, you know, you get charts and different things like that. Whereas decentralized finance, you get higher APRs. But you see with Ethereum, the fees can price you out of participating.
Looks like it might have finally arrived. Let me re-sign in, reconnect. Okay, so when I open up my extension, my Zill wallet extension, I see it in my Zill wallet. So now that I
good.
see it in my Zill wallet, what do I do now?
Yeah, it's there. So you want to go to stake, like what you kill a vampire with, not what you get from a
Yeah.
cow. Dot Zilliqa.
Stake.zilliqa.com.
All right, go to that dashboard, sign in as a delegator.
Yep.
And, you know, for me, I'm participating. I like the CEX.io one because they charge the lowest amount of fee. There's the commission rate is the percentage of incoming rewards that the operator takes as commission. So CEX.io, they only take 1% of my rewards. So that's really good. I stake with them. But if I were to stake on, say, Zilliqa on the first network, they would take 12% of my funds, which is not good. That would leave me with, not 12% of my funds, 12% of my rewards. So that would leave me with a lower APR.
Okay. Yeah, I see CEX.io, ezil.me. These look some of the smallest, shardpool.io. These all look pretty low.
Yeah. So I have 500 ZIL staked in shardpool.io, and I have 9,500 staked in CEX.io.
Okay. All right, so at this point, I would choose whichever node I want to stake on, like CEX.io, and then I would click stake.
Correct. Yep.
Okay.
Once you click stake, like I'll go ahead and show. Remember, leave 60 ZIL in your ZIL wallet because you want to be able to claim your rewards. Okay. So,
so like 425, because I only have 505 ZIL at the moment.
Awesome.
So if I just do 425, that should leave me plenty of ZIL to pay the fee.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah. So I have 392 ZIL. So I would pledge 330.
Okay.
You hit
And then I
stake.
just click stake, correct?
Yep. And you'll have a transaction come
How
up,
long does it,
which
how long does it take?
however long you want. But it takes an average of 3 days, 3 to 5 days to claim your rewards, to withdraw your stake. Sorry. Claiming your rewards, it takes less than 2 minutes to do. But pulling out your stake, it takes, it's a waiting period. And this is a good thing because if Zilliqa suddenly like shoots up to 20 cents per coin, they don't want everyone immediately withdrawing their stake, compromising the security of the network. And a price.
Right. So then I just click confirm, right?
Yes.
All right. And transaction sent, done. Oh my gosh, I have something staked.
Congratulations. You are now moving at, I'd say 25, 30 miles per hour.
Now I know that we can stake on Kucoin, but I think it's a little bit different.
Yeah,
Right?
let's take a look. Yeah, and KuCoin has a pool. Like there's a KuCoin pool, and they take 5% of your rewards as their fee. But yes, they have a node that you can stake on. Now, as far as being able to stake on KuCoin, I don't know. I don't know if you can actually stake on their website. That's a really good question, because I tried to stake my DOT. I had 10 DOT, and to stake DOT, you need a minimum of 80 DOT to stake. And DOT's $30.
That's a lot.
I don't have that. I'm priced out of that. That's crazy to me. Let's just do the math on that real quick. Yeah, you'd have to have $2,400 with DOT. I don't have it. And with DOT, you're earning about 14 to 20% interest while staking with DOT. So, yeah, that's not great.
Where do you usually hold your coin to earn APR or APY?
It depends on the coin. So with staking, to answer your question, for ZIL and GZIL, you only get 11.88%. So you're actually better off, because remember, convenience always cost. Now you're up to speed enough and independent enough to where you do not need the convenience of a middleman or an exchange to make your passive income, because you're doing it in a DeFi space on your own. You're able to get more rewards. It's amazing. Convenience always costs. So if you do the work yourself, you get a better reward. Awesome.
So I can hold my ZIL on Zilliqa staking in a node for as long as I want to, and then I just claim the rewards.
Yeah. Yeah. You click manage, and you can, I could click claim rewards if I wanted to. Now to claim rewards, you need at least 60 ZIL in your wallet to claim rewards. It doesn't always cost 60 ZIL. It hardly ever does. Normally it costs around like 1 to 3 ZIL. It's super cheap. But to be able to get the ball rolling, they need to see that you have at least 60 ZIL in your wallet. It's stupid. That's the reason why, Zilliqa has a lot of problems to iron out. And I'll be honest, like they're going to stop giving out the GZIL tokens. Once they stop giving out GZIL, the governance token, I'm pulling out my stake and I'm selling all but $200 worth, because while the product works, there's not a lot built on it. The ecosystem isn't that big. There's not a lot of things going on top of the blockchain like Ethereum.
Okay.
You're not going to see Nike building on Zilliqa. They're building on Ethereum.
Yeah.
Everything's on Ethereum. So, it's good to get right now while Ethereum's gas fees are bonkers, because it's a bull market. This is an Ethereum competitor. So the prospect is a smart short-term investment. Although long-term, because the lack of marketing and the lack of development going on for use of the blockchain, I don't see it as a long-term hold of mine. I use this to generate income to buy more Ethereum.
Where would I stake PDEX and DOT?
on Polkadot. You've got to get at least 80 DOT to stake there, and PDEX is a governance token. So you don't need to secure a governance token because you're not using it to pay transaction fees. You're using it to vote on direction of the product. That's the difference between a utility token and a governance token. But let's say, since I don't have 80 DOT, I might take my Kucoin and you get 5% yield on that.
Okay.
So if you have $10,000 worth of tokens, you're going to get $1 a day, which isn't bad, but $10,000 is a lot of money. Convenience always cost. If you had 80 DOT tokens, which is around $2,400 worth of DOT, you would be able to stake that and get 14 to 20% APR for securing the DOT network. Kucoin is robbing you when you stake DOT, but I mean, hell,
so if I wanted to stake DOT, I'd need to do it on Polkadot.
if you have 80 DOT, yeah.
Otherwise, it's not worth it.
Yeah, after my Christmas bonus, you better believe I'm going to try to get some DOT. But right now I don't have it. This is something that I'm going to do with my DOT because I've got 10 DOT. If it's sitting, I'm earning 0%.
Yeah, I've got like 1.69 DOT.
Yeah. So, if you get 5%, hey, that's 5%, and it's going to increase. DOT is something that is a long-term hold for me because it's an Ethereum competitor that developers are coding stuff for. It is very active. It solves a lot of problems. DOT is amazing, and it's built by someone who helped found Ethereum. So they know what they're doing.
Where would you hold DOT to earn APY? On Kucoin or somewhere else?
The problem with Kucoin is I'm sketched out about Kucoin because it's a Chinese exchange and China's being really weird about cryptocurrency right now. So I wouldn't hold more than I could afford to lose on DOT or on Kucoin. Kraken's a good American exchange where the yield is a little bit higher. So I would get a Kraken account actually.
Do you have a affiliate link for Kraken that I can use?
I believe so. I think it's pinned in a chat.
Potentially. Let's take a look.
I do not have one as of right now. So it's all good. Just go ahead and it's on that. I tried to get a approval code and I never received the email because I'm using a new computer. It never came in to my email. So I'm going to have to call their customer service and get access to it. So yeah, fun.
My understanding is that because KuCoin is nice for buying things, but like you said, you wouldn't necessarily hold it on KuCoin. So once you buy it on KuCoin, you would then send it over to Kraken.
You can buy DOT on Kraken. I would just buy it on Kraken.
Well, like for example, I've got some movers, some PDEX, QI, EWCs, and DOT on KuCoin. It's just kind of sitting there, but I don't think it's necessarily earning me anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. And sometimes you just need assets to sit, like, until you can do something with them. Like, I've got 500 EWTs just sitting in my wallet. They're not earning any passive income. The reason
Where
why,
is it- which one is it sitting in? Like MetaMask?
MetaMask.
Or?
Yeah, they're off an exchange. So if an exchange gets hacked, my EWT are safe. Now, you know, I'm not putting them in a liquidity pool, because if EWT rises up in price dramatically, then the coins, because the pool has to always have balance with the other side of the trade. I would have more Ethereum than I have EWT. Long term, I want to have more EWT. I don't want to have less of it. So yeah, I don't want to sacrifice anything through what's called impermanent loss. That's a whole nother episode. That's kind of high speed stuff there. But that's with liquidity mining. Impermanent loss is where, if you know, say have an Ethereum and a dollar liquidity pool, dollar's always going to stay the same, but Ethereum's going to go up over time. Impermanent loss is where Ethereum goes up to, say, $4,000. You're selling Ethereum at 3,000, at 3,500, at 3,800. And if you withdrawed your money and tried to buy your Ethereum back, you're going to be paying a higher price because you sold it on the way up, because it's always going to balance. So that's the problem with liquidity mining, is if you have it in enough time, you're going to collect enough fees to compensate for any that you lose in a drastic price change, because it always evens out.
It's been the funniest thing trying to explain crypto to my dad.
Yeah, it's
He's like, I just don't get it. It's digital. I said, well, so is the stock market. If I don't own a physical piece of paper that says I own X stock in Y company.
yeah. So is your debit card.
Yeah, it's all digital.
Yeah.
Why should crypto be any less valid?
Yeah, over 70% of U.S. currency is digital now, just because we don't use that much cash. Lenny, did we blow your mind too much?
Good. You do well. Well, yes. Well, first of all, yes, you did. But this is good, because as I'm hearing these terms, I'm looking up stuff, and it's starting to come together. So it's failure or confusion can be a wonderful asset, because you learn so much. So this has been really good.
Awesome. Well, thanks for hanging. How are you doing, Harrison? You still with us?
Yeah, I'm still following along.
Awesome.
That's to the best of my ability.
Yeah.
One of the things that I'm sort of working on here is, as you're talking and going through the different exchanges, I'm starting to clean up. Okay, what's an exchange and what's a cryptocurrency? You know, and so that those terms are, I'm trying to familiarize myself with the terms.
Yeah. So a deck of cards, you know, or a deck of cards in a casino is where you go to play with them. Cryptocurrencies going to be your deck of cards, and your casino is going to go where you play with them. A lot of assets, it's a gamble right now, because there's so many out there that are just garbage. They are not going to survive. Even some projects that have use aren't going to survive. That's the reason why long term, like probably by the end of the year, I'm going to sell most of my stake in Zilliqa, because I'm already up 500%. I'm just going to cash out while I'm ahead. I'm going to leave $200 worth of Zilliqa because that was my initial investment. And, I'm going to cash out the rest. Right now, if I cashed out, I'd have about $600 worth of US dollar coin and still have $200 worth of Zilliqa. And that way, if it crashes, it doesn't hurt. But if it's successful and it goes up, I'm playing with house money, and that's what we call in crypto a moon bag. But long term, like a lot of these, like alpaca coin, like you got to be kidding me. What the heck is this? It's like a lottery ticket. Alpaca coin. Are you Shiba Inu? What is it used for? Like, what problem does it solve? If you can't answer that in a simple, easy to explain explanation, I don't want anything.
Chances are it's a poop coin.
Yeah, lots of poop coins out there. Alpaca finance. Like, are you kidding me? No. Anything on like Binance Smart Chain, I don't mess with because Binance is so shady and corrupt. I don't trust it. But yeah, like people
You
are
said
spending money on it.
Binance? As in Binance.us?
Yeah, Binance. Binance. I've messed with them in the past before, but they'll take bribes where you pay $10,000. They'll list your coin, and you can just create a coin with a $10,000 investment. You can list it on Binance. They call it a crap coin casino. But yeah, that's a whole nother episode.
I'm going to have to run here, Joe, but just let me clear up one thing. You gave a fantastic explanation a little while ago. You said a deck of cards would be equivalent to cryptocurrency, as casino would be equivalent to the exchange.
Mhm.
Okay, all right. You said casino, and I said, I think you mean exchange.
Yep.
I just want to make sure. All right.
Yeah. You got to go to the casino to play. You got to go to the exchange to be able to trade and on ramp. You'll bring your dollars into a casino and exchange them for chips. Chips is really the crypto. The cards is a terrible analogy. The poker chips.
Okay.
Coins are.
Okay. All right. All right. Well, I got a few hundred dues I got to do. Hey, thank you so much. Thank everybody for participating and helping me out and being patient with me. And are we going to do this next week?
My pleasure. I'd love to. I may have. I think I bought my wife her first tattoo. Our appointment's probably next weekend, so may not be doing this next weekend. But there may, if we still have our mental health hour at work, Friday from 5 to 6. I think October 1st is the last one.
Okay.
I'll hold a meeting there.
Okay. All right. With this, well, I'm in. I'm on the channel. So again, thanks everybody. Have a great rest of the weekend.
All right. Thank you, sir. Awesome. Harrison, what questions can we answer for you?
I think most of the questions you've answered. What I didn't realize though was the transaction fees. When you swap in between tokens. Now, what would you do if you swap a token for like US dollars? Would that still stay the same with transaction fees?
Yeah, it really depends. That's a great question. So let's say I want to sell Ethereum for US dollar coin. Okay. If I want to sell $28 worth of Ethereum, it depends on where you do it, basically. If I want to do that on Uniswap, that's going to cost me, because we're running on the Ethereum network, $34. So it's not a good deal. right? This is the convenience of an exchange right now. Ethereum, the fees used to be a lot less. That used to be like 50 cents, used to be 25 cents when I started playing with Ethereum. Now, let's say I wanted to trade. I want to trade Polkadot for $1 US dollar coin. Once it loads up here, I'm going to click wallet. Or buy, sell. Yeah, I would convert it from Polkadot to US dollar coin. I'm going to have to search for it since they have so many coins. Back when I started doing crypto, there were only about like 7 assets on Coinbase. It was insane. All right, so let's say if I wanted to convert them all, I would have to pay a $3.49 fee.
That's not bad.
Not bad at all. That's a decent trade. And Polkadot, the amount of gas that you use to move Polkadot is extremely minimal. And Polkadot is created and coded to be compatible with Ethereum products. So the Polkadot network is about to launch, and it could be insane because then those Ethereum projects can port over to Polkadot, and we can do the things that we do on Ethereum on Polkadot with less transaction fees. So I can pull that $100 out. Instead of losing half of it in a fee, I'm paying $1.
Wow.
So yeah, it's mind blowing. We're super early.
That's why I'm trying to load up on. That's why I'm trying to load up on DOT and PDEX, because I think it's really going to be a game changer, like Joe said. Grabbing mover when I can, and EWTs.
Yeah. It's PDEX is going to be kind of like the Zil swap and the Uniswap. It's PDEX is a Polkadot decentralized exchange. It's where you can trade different assets on the Polkadot blockchain. So it'll be like Zilliqa in terms of the cheapness of running and using it. However, it'll have the appeal of Ethereum since developers are actually creating stuff for Polkadot. So super exciting.
So is it Polkadot.network is where that is, or is it someplace else?
Let's check it out. Let's go there.
Okay, that is what I'm seeing.
Yeah, so this is Polkadot's homepage. Really exciting. But yeah, this is the Polkadot organization homepage. Yeah, PDEX is going to be something totally different, but we'll play with that in another video. That's a rabbit hole we can just shoot down, especially with sharding and the different different aspects of it. It's crazy. They've got their parachains that are auctioned off, and you have different blockchains on top of one, and they can interact with each other. It's a good time. And they have, the more there are, the more secure it is. It's a phenomenal project, and I am very, very long-term bullish on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, great questions. Any more?
Not at the moment, I don't think. I'm always gonna have questions, Joe.
Hey, I'm super proud of how far you've come in such a short amount of time. It's really awesome. Love having you on the show.
Yeah, it's been what, 5 weeks ish, and I've gone from basically zero to being able to set up wallets and transfer from one exchange to another and on ramp through certain. And then today I learned how to stake.
Yeah. So now you are DeFiing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's great. And once again, reminder, DeFi is decentralized finance. It's working with finance, getting passive income without the use of a company. This has been another
Yep.
episode of 0 to 60 Crypto, where we help you get up to speed on your cryptocurrency knowledge. Thanks for riding with us and on your own crypto journey. Don't forget, drive safe. We'll see you next time.